Hello, classmates, professor. I hope everyone's summer has gone well and people are like me, getting ready for the fall. Um, I chose my theory over altruism, but not in the conventional method. So normally we would think about altruistic people, and we would think about them doing selfless acts, for no benefit of their own, but strictly for the benefit of others. I also wanted to kind of switch gears in that way and more of a modern altruistic theory. And that has to do with the planet, doing better by animals. And there are a lot of ways that we can do this through volunteering and such. So when I think of modern altruism, this theory, I think of a basic kindness without expecting anything in return. Obviously, it doesn't just have to be about humans, but acts of humanity, and being the type of change that we hope to see in the world overall. It's our ability to invest in what I would call the greater good. So there are a lot of mental health moments of good. And so one of the great altruistic ways that we have for to raise awareness about our environment is networking through our social platforms and being that type of encourager. And so what you'll find is a lot of people will post really great videos about animals and about nature, and people interact, and we get to see people interact with them more and more. And so I think that helps to encourage people to become better for animals and more considerate for them, and just overall being more kind. Um, Another aspect of that is processing empathy. We also see the likenesses and the videos who are protecting their young. I know there are some videos of cougars are chasing people, and they say that they're hunting, and most likely it's mother cougars trying to get the humans away from where their cubs are. And so that's kind of a natural thing. But if you don't think one step beyond the human element of it, then it's hard to think about nature defending themselves from us. And I think it's important to create and process empathy to have a better understanding of how much we share the planet. And if we can do that better, then we can become more altruistic in nature and learn to respect animals a lot more. Um, the next thing that I'd like to touch on is what I call the Cloud Nine mindset. And so when I say Cloud Nine, I obviously think of something that I would call the greater good. It means that you're taking actions that are going to benefit the greater good of all the surroundings. So that would be people, that would be communities, right? But that would also be the animal beings, and that would also be plant beings. Not destroying trees just because you can. Not stepping on caterpillars just because they look like they might sting. And then there's the other aspect that really kind of serves both, and my video kind of touched on that. And it was service to the community. Doing volunteer events, it serves communities in the way of keeping them clean, but it also serves our animal planet because it keeps plastics away from their digestive tracts, and it helps to take some of the damage and the creations that we have for our convenience, and it helps to kind of rid those animals of that, because that seems to be part of the burden that they bear of just being on the planet with us, is being subject to all of this plastic waste. And I was reading in a book, and it was talking about processing of the heart, and I really thought about that when I thought about empathy. And a great quote here was, shift into your heart, activate a positive emotional state, and then bring your brain waves into alignment. And I just thought that was really cool. If you're a person like me and you spend time meditating and you spend time just thinking about your impact on the planet or your impact on a community, it's good to be able to align your heart with that. And then once you do that, you can then create actions towards that positive change in the directions that you're empathetic about. And I would consider that to be a modern way of being altruistic. Um, that also serves something that's really, really awesome saying, and it's called the balance for better. And so I kind of thought up a little process on how that equates and comes to be. So a balance for better comes from identifying some sort of need, right? So if it's people, then it would be identifying a community need. Maybe it's a food drive or hunger, or people have to pay their bills and they're struggling, or there's a natural disaster and they're in need of resources, right? So we would identify whatever that need is, and that also is in respect to our animal planet. They're often in need of food. We're building on their lands, and we're kind of taking them for granted, and just kind of pushing them into, kind of a sort of a reservation of sorts. And they have to, struggle and try to figure out how to thrive and survive. And so when we can identify the needs to be better for others in general, whether it's the animal planet or the people planet, we can then think of selfless actions to take. And those actions can be better for the greater good, right? And that greater good is an other-oriented thinking that helps us to be better for the world, better for the future, better examples for the generations after us. And so when I think about altruism, that's what I think about. I think about it from the perspective of just being good and better overall, right? Nobody wakes up good every day, right? You have to think about it. You have to spend time in it. You have to meditate on things, whether it's taking in disasters that are happening around the world, or people who are refugees, right? Or whether it's talking about the animal kingdom, right? Because there are a lot of things. But if you take that time into some meditation and put some thought into it, I think you'll find that you'll be connecting with your feelings a lot more. And if you can connect those feelings and get on that type of brainwave, then I think daily you can make action plans and saying, well, how can I do this better? And well, if I just picked up that piece of trash, I wonder, what animal I'm saving from getting his head stuck in that jar, like those are real things. Those are real happenings. And that's the great aspect about social media, is that we actually get to see that impact. And so if we can see that type of negative impact, then hopefully we can get motivated to be a better positive impact, right? And that's all I had to share. I hope that everyone's semester went really well. This ethics course, there was so many great topics. It was really hard to choose which direction I was going to go with this paper. But my experience has been good with this course, and this is my second time taking this professor, and I love the humanities course. So if you guys haven't taken that, you should jump on that one. That one's a good one as well. So again, that's my take on what I would call modern altruism, and it envelops not just the people planet, but the animal planet as well. All right, well, that's all I have, and have a good summer.